Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video of the Arsenal. Today we're going to be talking about a video where I came across something interesting. We all know the Galileo moons, Io, Europa, Ganymede and Callisto. And we know that Io, Europa and Ganymede are in a synchronous orbit. They are in a resonance for every 2 orbits that Io does, Europa does, and then for every 4 orbits Io does, Ganymede does 1. And then for every 2 orbits that Io does, Europa does 1 orbit. And I found something interesting because I got these 4 planets and I put them all in resonance with each other. It was 6, 12, 24, 48. And I found something interesting where first 3 planets kind of pushed the 4th planet out of resonance, and then the other 3 planets stayed within resonance, and we can see this absolutely gorgeous dance of the 3 planets. Bear in mind, we've got the volcanic world, which is closest and has the most tidal influence from the parent star. We've got the ice world, and then we've got the Earth-like world. Bear in mind, these worlds are big. The biggest one here is 5 Earths, the smallest one being 2.9 Earths. So I basically made an upscaled version of the Jovian system. And what I found was what I think happened was, when these moons were first born around Jupiter, they were all in resonance. But over time, Io, Europa and Ganymede forced Callisto out of resonance, just like in this simulation here. The 3 closest planets are still locked within a resonance. The 4th one is not, because there is not another planet in resonance. If I were to put another planet within resonance, so if I do this, how big is this? 4.11. So if I make this 3.91 Earths, make it, standard. Probably make it an icy kind of world. Two days, increase to 4 days. So that's what, 128 hours? 96 hours. Not bad. And then I'm gonna freeze it. And what we're gonna find, hopefully, if I add in this one, what we should hopefully find, I'm gonna change this to red color. Hopefully, we're gonna find that the 4th planet is gonna start to be locked within a resonance. Can I? Orbital period 2.1 days. Okay. We should start to see this start fluctuating. Now, because I put this 5th planet in, you can see that the resonance has kind of gone skew-with. But hopefully it will calm down soon when the planets get into a sort of alignment with each other. I also forgot, now I think that you can already see that they're starting to get within this resonance. And you can just see, like right here, I'm not sure if you see it, but right here, if you see where the mouse cursor is pointing, right here, you can see that they fluctuate at the exact same time, which means that these 2 planets are influencing each other at the exact same time. They have the most influence between each other. So we can see, and look, another spike, and another one, and another one. These two planets right here, are in something called a super resonance, where these two planets are completely locked with each other. And these three planets here can't really do much to unlock them. This graph shows the higher the peak wave, the more eccentricity the orbits have. So the closest planet has the most, so it's up here, and the least one with the least eccentricity is the red one, so it's down here. And we can see that the brown planet, it's actually spiking up. And the red one is not really spiking at all. But this really shows, and if I rotate this at all, you can see that the red orbit doesn't really change at all. Same with the Earth-like world, doesn't change at all. The Earth-like world actually peaks to its absolute minimum of zero eccentricity. That is ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous. And we can see that the red one is actually spiking up. And it looks like it's dropping back down again. And this is very interesting. The innermost planet is actually being affected the most. This one is being heavily affected. If we actually have a look at... is it motion? Tidal stress magnitude, newtons. Tidal stress heating 11.7 gigawatts. That is effectively in terawatts. That's that number. That's a lot. Petrawatts, zetawatts, megawatts. 1.17 E plus 13. So 1.17 to the power of 13 energy. And then if we pick this one, yeah, it's got far less tidal heating. This one should have the least amount of tidal heating. $253. Hang on a minute. Oh no, there you go. Right, okay. So if we carry on running the simulation, basically this system, the outermost planet keeps all the other planets within in a resonance. Basically, this planet is a safeguard. So, like with Jupiter's moons, Callisto, if Callisto wasn't there, it would only be Io and Europa within resonance. Ganymede would not be in resonance because Io and Europa, with her combined gravity, would push Ganymede out. And we can see this. We can see that these four planets, with their combined gravitational influence, is sort of achieving in moving this planet out of resonance. It is sort of locked in a resonance, but this planet is so key to keeping these planets within resonance. It may not look like it, but these planets are definitely within resonance. Because if they weren't in resonance, then their orbits would be kind of flat like this. But because they're not, these planets are definitely within resonance. And if I just focus on this planet for a sec. Okay, there you go. Hopefully that doesn't. How hot is this actually getting? Oh, pretty warm. But because of the combined tidal heating, this planet is actually a lot warmer than what it would be alone. we can actually see that this red planet is desperately trying to enter a resonance with these other planets. If I put in another planet, so be 192 miles. And if I tidy lock it and increase its mass, so it's like, hopefully this doesn't disturb the system too much. It shouldn't, but still. And then if I add the this will be the 6th planet, yeah. If I add this in, we can instantly see that these two planets link up instantly. They're mirroring each other. I do apologize, but they are completely mirroring each other. And soon this red planet's gonna enter resonance with these planets here, and this planet's gonna exit resonance with the red one. I'm gonna actually change this to a blue. There you go. So it's a little bit more clear for you guys. You can already see the resonance is starting to falter. It did pick up a little bit here, which is good, but it is starting to falter. So if we have a look here, so their eccentricity is getting to their lowest, and then that suddenly spikes up. That spikes up again because it gets within the radii. Yeah, every time this planet comes around, it spikes, and every time it comes here, it lowers. Yeah, that's the spike again. This is very interesting. I do deeply enjoy this. But the innermost planet has a very, very, very stable incline and decline. The white one, a little bit more unstable. So you can see they become more and more unstable the further out they become, because there's less planets in the way, so there's less of the gravitational influence on the outer edge, but there's more gravitational influence on the inner edge. But I just find this to be absolutely fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. We can see that the Earth-like planet is getting to its lowest again. I think the Earth-like world, I think that's like every, because bear in mind this is at 1 month. So this part here is 1 month. So that must be like every year it goes up and down. Every year it becomes like more inclined and it becomes less inclined. But this really does show the power of resonance. And we can actually see that the innermost planet has gotten to its lowest point, 0.014, and it's starting to climb back up. The ice world looks like it's reaching its peak, 0.08, 0.081 maybe? Yeah, there you go. And we can see that the red one is starting to spike up, but the blue one isn't. So what this definitely tells us is that Callisto used to be within resonance, but then it was shunted out of resonance, and if Callisto disappears, then Ganymede will be shunted out of resonance, and it will only be Io and Europa in resonance. I think that this is probably, I'm not sure if anybody's noticed this before, but this is shocking. I find this to be absolutely shocking. But yeah, you can see that the blue planet's orbit is very wonky. It's like bouncing all over the place. That's because the gravitational influence of all these 5 other planets. But without this planet here, this red one would not be within resonance with the other planet. And it seems like the innermost planet, its orbit is actually becoming more and more circular. But you can kind of see that the orbits can never ever become circular. The blue one is the most circular, but the innermost planets can never ever ever become circular because they are in resonance. The green planet has the highest, well, now it doesn't, because it's just been overtaken by the ice world. The ice world seems to have a very, very high entrance to. If I were to put a very large planet, say 9.2 times the mass of Earth, so very big planet. Very big planet. Probably a water world, to be honest. Then put it into tidal lock. And then give this probably a light blue. And then add this to here. This one should have the lowest amount of, yeah, you can see it's got the lowest. But because this planet is so much bigger than all the others, these planets are gonna, hopefully, if I'm correct here, their orbits are going to become even more disturbed. They're going to become even more further locked within probably a super resonance, to be honest, because there's a massive planet here. I mean, I could probably even, now I don't want to make the planet too big, or otherwise it's going to start ripping the planets out of orbit. But if I increase the planet's mass to 11.4, 11.4, thank you. There you go. Now we should notice, and the frames per second, I hope I can get it up. Forward. It's definitely here somewhere. Okay. It's 15 frames per second. Okay, that's fine. Don't need a lot of frames to show you guys this. If I just two months, if I just pause it and get rid of all the planets. If I open this up, centricity, add, go to here, let's make it 0.1. 0.7. Okay, let's have a look to see what this does. Right. That's very interesting, actually. Well, I hope in the future they add like more graphs, so you can see like maybe like a maybe like different kind of graphs in a way. But I was just in awe. Like when I added the first 4 planets, I thought, oh, let's just have a look at this and see, because you know, looking at it is cool, but looking at this is even better. The blue one has just spiked all the way up, so you can kind of see, yeah. But this bright blue one, it's not really wanting to go into resonance at all. But you can see the more planets you add, the second furthest away is forced into a resonance with the other planets. It won't exactly work as well if any of the planets have a rotation. They all have to be tightly locked for this to work, which is a bit weird, but I can kind of understand it. I'm not sure if rotation actually has an effect, but we'll see over time. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys this. I thought that this was pretty damn cool, actually. I just wanted to see what you guys think with it. So yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.